What's up, guys? This is Higgins with Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color, and on today's episode we are taking a deep dive into Snapmaker SnapSpeed PLA in black. So one of the things I do like, I got this spool with when I bought the U1, nice easy to open tabs, but it is a half kilogram spool, but basically this should be the same as any other kilogram spool, except it's half. Anyway, as you know, here at Legal Automations, we always dry our filament for at least 6 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you back here shortly for the benchy. Alright, so if you're new here, we always start out by printing a benchy in the generic filament settings in the slicer that we tend to use. In this case, it's generic PLA in Snapmaker's Fork of Orca slicer. So we're going to go ahead and get that sliced up, and it should take a little bit over an hour and a half for this one. So we're going to go ahead and get that printed along with all the other test prints, and I should see you back here in a jiff. And here they are. So like I said, we always start out with that generic benchy. There were some issues there, as you can see, with some of the layer lines. We're going to see about rectifying some of that as we move forward. But overall, I'd say pretty good. No stringing, nothing like that. Just those weird layer lines. Next up, we printed the dimensional cube. This is printed 40 by 40 by 40 millimeters cubed. Some issues with some of the finishes. Again, this is my first time. This was my first time working with the U1, so some things might vary. Next up, we had the temperature tower. So the temp tower for this one was right at 200 degrees. That one had the least amount of globbing or stringing on the spikes there. So that was something that was good to see as we move forward with all of it. Next up, we had the retraction test. The retraction test performed very well. No real stringing or anything like that as far as I can tell. Next up, we had the max volumetric speed test. And for this one, I ended up printing at 20 millimeters cubed per second. Everything turned out well. Just some of the smaller stuff you're seeing off me getting it off the build plate, which, you know, happens. The overhang test failed right at 40 degrees, which was a little bit odd to me. You know, one of the things you just got to be careful about when working with this filament, you know, consider, you know, certain things to do to the build plate, glue or anything like that, or also, you know, just enable supports. Anyway, we got those things dialed in and reprinted that benchy. As you can see, we were able to take care of some of those stripes. So over at Snapmaker's website, you can pick this up for less than $23 per kilogram. It's a little pricey for PLA, but it does come with the RFID chip, which if you have a Snapmaker U1, you can do automatic dialing in. Overall, I'd say pretty good. It is a little bit pricey if you're just starting out, but if you're also starting out, you probably would not necessarily have the U1 because it is a tool changer, and that just compounds some potential issues. But overall, I'd say pretty good if you're looking for a black filament in Snapmaker's ecosystem. Anyway, this has been, if you like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the nice YouTube things. This has been Higgins with Legal Automations. Hope to see you back here for the next full review. Thanks!